What's going on out there, guys? Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you at. Hope everybody woke up feeling blessed and grateful. I know I did. Welcome to another episode of the Humans with Brains podcast. As always, this is a dummy-free zone, so don't be saying no stupid shit. I'm your host, Opulent Six, and these are my beautiful co-hosts, Jennifer and Leonika.
Hi.
What was that? Who was that?
Which one of y'all was that?
Which one of y'all is that?
That was Francesca.
Oh, okay, French.
It's Francesca, cooperative
Can I call
or
you
combative?
Franny? Can I call you Franny? Or do you hate that?
No, combative? I'm triggered.
Ooh.
So you are combative.
I am not combative.
Ooh.
I could tell.
As you're being...
As you're being aggressively combative. All right. What you got for us today, Leah?
Today we are going to talk about
Drum roll.
50-50 relationships.
Snaps.
Y'all better buckle your seatbelt up or take your seatbelt off. It's finna get real. 50-50 relationships.
Shaking
It's
the
all
table.
over the internet.
Every time you do that, I start freaking rolling.
So who wants to go first? Jennifer, I see you got a foot. Look,
I'm just taking
she
little
finna
notes.
go in.
I'm just taking
I think,
notes.
Leah,
Yes.
you should go first.
Wait, why?
Because you got a bunch of
I'm
notes.
lock and loaded.
I know. That's why I want her to go first.
Because he sees I have
Nothing.
no notes. Just
you
straight,
get to be raw. You
straight
get
to
to tell
the,
her.
from
I'm
the
being
down.
wrong. Look, let
Yeah,
me
but
put
I'm
this
saying
down.
she gonna be through. Well, I want you to spit
No,
that.
I
but
like it.
I want her to tell her unvarnished truth. All right, you go first.
Well, okay.
Used to know. You want to go first?
I mean, all right, you're saying 50-50 relationships, right? So like someone's 50, the other's 50.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
the
like it
point.
should be 100-100 because if you're doing 50-50, well, whatever 50 I'm not bringing, you're bringing, and then it's just, I don't know, it's not even.
Yeah, can we just make it work? Why does it have to be split by a number? Like, why are people so gung-ho on trying to make the math on everything?
Or like they'd be like, oh, I'm looking for my
Well,
other
I don't-
half.
I
You're not a
don't-
half.
I don't think it's people. Don't say why are people.
Who else
It's
is doing it?
women doing it.
How
You
do
never
know?
heard a man complain and be like, "No, I'll leave you if you help me." It's rare a man says that. It's a
Wait,
woman-
what?
Yeah, a man is like, "No, don't give me 50% of your everything to help make the relationship work."
Oh, 50-50 benefits. But wait, hold on.
What I'm saying is you're saying people should just do what they need to do to make it work.
Yeah.
But people, meaning men and women, are not responsible for the discourse of this 50-50 thing. It's not people. Like, it ain't men overall that have an objection to a 50-50 relationship. So don't say people. It's women overall
Wait.
that have an objection to a 50-50 relationship.
Right. So 50-50, that resolution or solution came from a man because a woman would never ask for 50-50. That's man's response to them wanting to men. That's a man's response to women wanting men to be providers. No, we should go 50-50 because we both live here. So, well, men made up 50-50.
Pause.
Just
In
saying.
some cases, very few cases, that's true. But overwhelmingly, it's not that the man does not want to provide 100%. Everybody is not able to provide 100%. Women have this Cinderella fairy tale that some man gonna swoop in and they never have to work or be
Right.
an adult again.
Well, that's why I think
But-
men came
That's
up with
happened to me.
50-50.
But wait,
because
but wait.
who else would say that? Women
Wait.
can say that.
But so here's what I'm saying. Because any good man should at least have the mind and heart to want to provide 100%. But the way the economy is set up, not every man can do that. But the way the internet is set up is teaching young women that if your man can't buy you a Bentley and pay for both houses, one in the Hampton, one in California, and he can't fly you out 5 times a year on a private jet, he ain't worth having. This is the narrative that's being spewed. And just as easily as women can accuse men of looking for a mother, right? Or he just want a mama. Well, let me say this.
Not
Why you
timing
laugh?
on that? Because y'all both cross your leg at the same
'Cause
time.
I'm about to get into my bag because women love to holler, oh, they want a mother, they want a mother, they want a mother. Well, let me say this. Women inherently love understand, have softness, support, and assistance to their child.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys have children, a woman loves that child, understands, provides softness, assistance, help, and support to that child.
Mm-hmm.
A grown man needs that same love, understanding, softness, support, and assistance. It's called nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all accusing us of wanting mothers because we want to be nurtured.
Mm-hmm.
But this, as quick as y'all can accuse us of wanting mothers, we can accuse you of wanting fathers.
Yeah.
And that's why you're having dating fatigue and can't find a man, because most women don't want a partner. They want a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You want a man to put a roof over your head, provide for you daily, support your financial endeavors, failures, and mistakes while loving you unconditionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want a man to do that, that's a father. So if y'all accuse us of wanting mothers, then y'all want fathers.
Wait, so
Well,
whatever,
let me piggyback on that.
Hold on, wait.
Because
Sorry, let me say this. What happened to you give a woman a house, she'll make it a home. You give her groceries, she'll make a meal.
That's not always true,
That's
because
not
some women
50-50. That's
will
just-
ruin you, give her the house, and she'll turn it into a prison. You won't feel no peace in that motherfucker. Just because you give her a house don't inherently mean that she's going to make it peaceful and turn it into a home for you. That's not inherent. And women love to come back with that platitude. That's their number one rebuttal. They use that platitude.
I said whatever happened to me.
wait, it's not inherent, meaning women can't. It's not inherent for them to do, or it's not
all women
immutable?
are inherent can do that.
Meaning they're
Meaning
not,
that you can give them everything that you supposed to do, but they won't hold up their end of the bargain. They will not be soft. They will not be feminine.
It's
They
not
will not be
normal to them
submissive.
to do that.
Huh?
It's not normal for them to do that.
Either
So
is
he's
not. Either is not normal. Or they don't want to. Either way, not every woman is going to do it.
Right.
Inherently, just because you as a man
gotcha.
do what you supposed to do, there's plenty of men that is high providers and like, I hate my life because I have no peace in my house,
Which is crazy.
because they have no respect. Respect ushers in peace. Men want to be respected. And if you go against me and my wishes and what you know I don't like,
On
that's
purpose
disrespect.
too. And on
Right.
purpose. Women be doing that stuff on purpose.
That's disrespect.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So 50-50, why don't you want to make a vital contribution to the success of your own relationship? And a lot of women really get off of being like, I don't pay for nothing. My man pay for everything. But be living a little shitty life. Why are you bragging about living a basic life? So you mean to tell me you rather live a basic, banal, mundane, and subpar existence rather than get out and hustle and help your man? You rather live a basic, mundane existence just to say you don't have any vital contributions to the success of the relationship? He paid for everything?
But let me tell you why. Because before you get far from your first point, I really wanted to dig into that, because I've always said this in a different way, but it really hit home when you were talking. The reason why this is happening, in my humble opinion, is because everyone walking this earth, in my opinion, is walking around trying to get the love they didn't get as a child. Or they're trying to replicate the love they got as a child. One of the two. We are all adult walking babies. That's why. So think about the structure of a home, right? Like, the way that my father treated me is the reason why I love a man that does acts of service, because my dad, sure, Jenny, and he's, yeah, right now, you've seen him do it. I got you. Here, let me do this. Let me clean your house. Let me, wash your car, and let me put gas in your car. Like, let me take you on dates. Like, my dad did that for me as a young woman. So yeah, I can't imagine being around a man who doesn't like naturally want to serve in that way, like show me love in that way. Like, that's very important to me. Like, if I don't have that, I can't be with you.
So is this why I'm spoiled?
If your dad spoils
My dad
you,
never told
maybe.
me no.
Yeah, see what I'm
He
saying?
should've.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
He should have told you. Hold on, your dad should have told you no. I tell Brixton no. I tell my daughter no.
Well, no, not
A woman
like
that don't grow up hearing no, don't understand boundaries, and is detached from her responsibilities. If she never
here we
hear
go.
no,
She's her eyes are telling you that you're right.
you have to hear no. Like,
But-
as a father, I teach. Sometimes I purposely tell Brixton no, even though She could, we can, I would, but you just need to get used to hearing no. She's growing up as the only child, and me saying yes to everything will taint her and skew her view as a man, and she won't be as fit because she's going to get a man that sometimes is going to tell her no. And I don't want my daughter to embody that and meet his no with aggression or indifference or an attitude. Because then you're no longer wifey material. Because a man can see further than what a woman can think. So sometimes we got to tell you no for your own good. Because you can't see that far down the line. So any woman that grew up like my dad spoiled me, ooh, yeah, literally, he spoiled you. I don't like the taste of you, I'm spitting you out my mouth.
I mean, I get that, but I was spoiled by my father, but he was still a disciplinary. I don't know if that's the same thing. Like, I don't remember him telling me I couldn't have something. He doesn't really say, even now, if I'm like, really, Dad? You're not going to do it? He'll be like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
I was just about to say, I've seen him do it. Go ahead.
So it doesn't.
Even though he didn't tell me no, my mom was like
It's different though.
It's different when your mom does it.
It's different when your mom said and then when your dad said, because your dad is your first boyfriend. Your dad teaches you what to look for, what to accept, and what you're not going to accept. 100%. Your dad is the reason why you choose the way you choose. So it is your dad's responsibility to add provision to that life. Part of that provision is making a way for your better future. Part of making a way for your better future is making sure you're king size. When you become a young woman, that you are fit for a king, and kings notice you and approach you and love you and want to take care of you and uplift you. Kings.
Gotcha.
A lot of women ain't king size.
That might be what you need to go into the dark about. What are you looking for from your father, or what was maybe missing in your childhood? That might be a part of your healing, to see what's missing from you in that space.
Well, we were talking about how you were like, oh, we don't have to have steak and all that stuff. Like,
I did say that towards
my dad's. I feel like my dad's love language was more so
gifts and stuff.
Gifts and I would say acts of service as well.
But how was he emotionally
unavailable?
There you go.
And that's why you date men that are emotionally unavailable.
We talked about that. That is it. That is the crux of it.
Pause. Yeah. She just proved what I said in the last
y'all gotta
show.
Watch that one,
which is that until you heal, everybody you choose, you're choosing from trauma. So you are dating the worst parts of yourself. Because when you choose a person, you choosing somebody that's either act just like your dad or not like your dad at all. But it has to be some sense of familiarity.
I have a question for you on that real quick. I don't want to segue too far, but does it have to be traumatic? Like,
what does that mean?
Well, because I look back on my childhood. Well, I look back on my childhood. In my childhood, I feel like it was rather normal, fairly normal. And it wasn't a lot of traumatic events in my life. I feel like it was an underlined, sustained lack of emotion.
Well, let me say something.
Is that traumatic?
That is traumatic because, okay, friend, let's do this. That's the reason why you are a runner. You're quick to leave every relationship when you like, yo, this is
inconvenient.
Yeah, but something, but you leaving a relationship.
What are you supposed to leave for?
Something bigger than that. But I'm finna tell you, because your parents divorced, marriage and staying together in that way, you have a skewed view of that. Deeply.
They were married 25 years, by the way.
Yeah, and then at what time? Them being married 25 years. Watch this. How old were you when they divorced? It don't matter. 15. That's impressionable. Yeah. Them being married 25 years, that means you wasn't even there the first 10 years, 12 years.
What's crazy is I say this in therapy, and I've said this through a lot. I've even went through like transformative like hypnosis and tried to figure out, there's nothing there. Like, I don't remember having a reaction. I was like, oh, cool, they broke up. I get to go hit the streets something? And I get to go be with my friends. Like, I don't remember having a reaction to it.
But this is how trauma works. Let me say something. Real talk. When I say bye, and y'all never, I don't know if y'all notice this. Every time I say bye, I never say I'll be back. I never say I'll be back. Like, if I'm going downstairs or I'm about to go to the store or I'm at your house and I leave, I'll be like, all right, I never say I'll be back, ever. And one day, I noticed that we was leaving, I believe M had told Brixton, like, yeah, I'll be back. But I was about to say I'll be back to Brixton as well. And I got ready to say I'll be back, but I didn't. And I was like, why did I just stop myself from saying I'll be back? Mm-hmm. Literally, I was like, why didn't I just tell her? Like, and I noticed, I was like, wait, I never tell anybody I'll be back or I'll see you later in that way. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until one day I was driving at the gym and it hit me. I said, I'll be damned. The last thing my brother said to me before he got killed, the last time I saw him,
I'll be back.
He was like, I'll be back. And I said, oh shit, this is why I never say that phrase, ever. It's deeply rooted. That's why the more time you spend with yourself, the better, because the more you get to know yourself and you open up them doors that you kept closed so that those closed doors don't keep your blessings closed.
I've been digging at that one. I've been for years. I literally have sat there and like I said, I've picked at that. Like I'm digging it, like I'm using a huge shovel. I got a bulldozer. Like, what is it? Like, again, like to me, it was very, like, how do I say it? Like subtle. It's very, very subtle.
I don't think there's anything traumatic about every time I see my dad when I go to the Philippines. All I bring is myself, my suitcase, my body, and I come back with money. I went shopping.
But that's exactly what you don't want in a relationship, though. You
had
that.
Want that in a relationship? Why would I want my man to spoil me?
You had that, and you left him.
Exactly. This is why you don't want it. Because
you're used to not having emotional connection.
But this is
I like emotional connection.
But this is every woman though. But she is uncooperative.
To who?
He's shaking the table.
Oh my God. To who? Who am I uncooperative to?
Let me say this. Ooh. Whoever do all the paying, do all the saying.
Yeah.
So you dated guys that did all the paying and had a problem with what they were saying. You forfeit your voice in a lot of those scenarios. And this is if you had a guy doing everything that he's supposed to do, whether he do it a little bit begrudgingly or not, it's getting done and your lifestyle is taken care of, you owe him your undivided loyalty, communication, schedule, time, attention, and softness. Undivided.
And
on demand. Whether how he deliver it in the way you like it or not. Now, there are some men that are a little mendacious and boorish. Yeah, they got money, but they're mendacious.
Mendacious means what? Sorry, that's a new one. What's mendacious?
Like kind of a liar, just got a spirit of untruthfulness. Just untruthful.
And I've navigated in those spaces.
Yeah, but you didn't last in those spaces.
You didn't like it either.
You didn't like it.
No.
But your dad set you up to be attracted to it.
Yeah.
Then you got over there and was like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the one who do all the paying is the one who do all the saying.
Well, that's
it's that simple.
Right. And that's why going back to 50-50, right? I do believe that women should maintain a level of independence because when you have your own shit going on and you have your own income, you have your own things going on, you are in that relationship because you're choosing to be in it, not because I need you.
Right, but you can be, my wife is doing pretty damn good the way I got her set up and got her living. And she can leave anytime she want.
But you're not a narcissist.
Listen, that's what I was going to say. But like you said, she has her own way out if she need it. Always has.
Right.
It's better when you a man, find a woman that needs you because she wants you, not a woman that wants you because she needs you.
Right.
Oh, I got the perfect phrase for this.
When you got your own money, you can date the man you want, not the man you need.
Absolutely.
So my ex said this perfectly, and I hope y'all like this. He said at the time, he was like, I want to be a provider, and I want you to also be smart, be resourceful, and have everything that you have. I want to be a provider, though. He was like, but in my opinion, you're a fire extinguisher.
What?
If the fire starts, put it out. Help me put it out. You're supposed to help me put it out. Okay. So he saw it as like, yeah, you can. I want a woman to have those things. Like she should be adept in certain things, of course, because what can I do with you if I do need you? Right. Like I need to be able to use you in some way. Like if I need you, you should be able to, kind of like we talked about a long time ago, about that woman who went back to stripping because her husband he wasn't getting no money. And she was like, well, I'm a stripper. I know what to do. It might not be the right thing, but like she figured out something. Maybe it wasn't right for him, but my point is like,
But he should go ahead. But he should
Yeah.
have chose her.
But
Because
that's all-
what
that's
she know
that.
what to do.
That's
You
what she know what to
stand-
do.
You know what she know what to do.
Yeah.
And you just decided like if things don't go right financially, this woman knows how to do blank. Fill
Yeah.
in the blank. And
Exactly.
you said I'm with it anyway.
yeah, if a man retires me, I still have things to be like, if I got to get back in the job market, I can. If my man retired me, was like, you know what, babe, like, I'm gonna need you to quit your job because I need you to help me run my business, I can do that too. Like, that's what I think. To me, 50-50 is an establishment. We don't necessarily need 50-50. We need an establishment of what we want our lives to look like and how to get there.
Right.
Like the guy that I'm dating can get the bag. Like he goes out and gets it, don't got no problems with that. He wants to provide. He wants to. Like, I think women are forgetting, like, why are you tussling with a man who don't want to? If he don't
Right.
want to, he don't want to. You can't convince him to be that. Like, my dude is in his gut. Like, he hates not providing. It makes him sick to not. Like, it's so, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. But if he's down a little bit, he'll take his jewelry off. He's like, I don't even deserve to wear my jewelry. Like, that's how deep it is for him. Like, I can't floss. I can't, like, I'll take the butt. Like, he's serious about it.
I guess it's kind of like the mentality of like, I'm not about to walk around with a Birkin bag with no money in it.
I mean, but yeah, but like he's it's visceral for him. And I
Yeah.
think women are trying to turn donkeys into racehorses and mad that they're still donkeys. Like, he's a donkey. Like, again, it's your picker, is what you're deciding to do in this world. But I think it's not 50-50. It may not be 100-100. It's what's needed and who can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like goes back to what I remember. Six and I were having this conversation, and he said that men should find women who takes care of themselves and then take care of
Who
her.
don't need it.
Yeah,
Find a woman
because
who don't
it's-
need to be taken care of. And
Yeah,
take care of
because
her.
I've navigated in a space where I was like 100% dependent on somebody. And back to what you said, it's like, it has to be this, it has to be that. Like, you lose your voice in that relationship. And
Can I
yes.
ask you a random question?
sure,
I don't know if you'll be okay with this, but why do you need one?
what do you mean?
Why do you need a voice?
Not a voice, but I feel like what do you
Like,
mean?
what does
Why
that
would-
mean? Like, why are
I guess
women
it's just
so
like a level of respect. You get me? Because it's like when you
Do you
when
understand my question?
well, when someone's financially taking care
I
of you,
understand
you get
both of y'all questions.
they're
But
crippling
so
you in
have
a
to-
way.
Yeah, but so it's financial abuse on both ends. Because
Explain.
if a man, again, whoever do all the paying, do all the saying.
Right.
And if you decided like, all right, I'm gonna tether myself to this man because he's doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Which
You can accept
grateful.
but you cannot accept this man's money and resources and don't accept his authority.
Yeah.
It's a package deal.
Yeah.
Rather, if you don't like his authority and don't like his rules, don't accept his money. But you can't
Thank
accept
you.
his money if you can't accept his rules. And I get it. Some men, again, I just said it, some men are boorish and mendacious. Then you say, I do want a man that's gonna provide 100%. But not if he's boorish and mendacious. But if you know who he is and how he is, whatever adjective you want to insert, if you know he's that way and you decide I'm going to accept these things, you have to accept what come with it. If you don't, then you're being financial abusive because he held up his end of the deal. I made sure you were straight.
Yeah.
I made sure your bills was paid. I held up your end of the deal is to be at my beck and call.
Yeah. You said this before, and I want to tell me if I'm saying it right, because I think this is so true. This reminds me of, like, you know how to act when you show up on the job. You know what the rules are. They got manuals.
I've said that before.
Yeah, like
If you go to work and your boss tell you to do something you don't really want to do, are you still going to do it anyway? Tell the truth.
Wait, what?
If you go to work
Mm-hmm.
and your boss tell you to do something you really don't want to do, are you going to do it?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm getting paid.
All right. So if a man taking care of you, you're basically getting paid. Your lifestyle is getting paid for it.
And you
have
can't
to do
quit.
Do it anyway.
You can quit.
Again, some men are malignant. But don't tether yourself to say, yeah, I want a man to take care of me, but not the malignant men.
Right.
If you're going to overlook their ways, but take their support anyway, then you have to hold up your end of the deal.
Right.
So I'm not saying what they're doing could be necessarily right or wrong. I'm saying if you accept the terms and conditions and you don't follow and adhere to it, then you're out of pocket.
Yeah.
You're the problem, not him. And piggybacking off of what Jen said in a relationship, because me and my wife has learned to work together as a team.
Wait, let's back this up because I want to do this differently. I wanted to ask you, because me and Leah are both unmarried to date, okay? And you're married, going on 19 years with your wife, but you guys have been together almost 19 years. So tell us how your home works, because your wife's also independent. She works, you work. So it's not, is it 50-50? Like, give us some insight from someone who's actually married.
It's 100, because there is no, how do you cut your lives in half?
Say that again.
When two people in a relationship, they become what? One.
Yeah.
When two people are in a relationship, they become one. You're supposed to become one. So if we're one, your bills is my bills if we're one. Let's say you got a $2,000 credit card bill and you paying your bill on time. If it's $2,000, that $2,000 you paying on your credit card could have been $2,000 in our investment account. So your bills are my bills. It still affect me. I'm still affected by the decisions you made. So in my household, it's 100%. I have my dedicated duties, functions, and responsibilities, and I've decided to do them sincerely with joy and glee.
Do you want to
and have the propensity to do that? She has her duties, functions, and responsibilities, and she does them with joy and glee, and decided in her spirit that she was okay with doing that. So outside of from our separate duties, functions, and responsibilities, outside of that, we both make a vital contribution to the success of the relationship. We started off with nothing, now we have much. The further up we go, the less financial responsibility she have. My wife don't pay for vacations. We've been all around the world. We go wherever we want, whenever we want to. She don't pay for vacations. The home we live in that I built, my wife didn't have to pay for that. Everything is taken care of. She hasn't bought a car since 2005. It's 2025. In the last 20 years, she's drove everything. Benzes, BMWs, Jaguars, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexuses, that I provide. But so where I need her, she's willing to step up. Like I just told Leah Nika, if he do all the paying, he do all the saying. So when I need my wife to drop everything and do something that I need her to do, 9.5 times out of 10, she'll do it. She will make it work because I come first. Not her boss, because her boss will fire her. But I'm married to you, baby. I'm not going nowhere. So the same respect, love, and adoration that you're going to give to a career or give to your job, and the patience you will give to your job, and the patience and restraint you will show your boss, baby, you're going to show me that same thing because your boss will fire you. I'm here for you. So yeah, my wife goes to work.
This may be a dumb question, but how, if y'all are just putting money into account, how does she know what she's paying for and not paying for?
What do you mean? What difference?
Like, how does she know that she's not paying for it? If if everything is 100 and 100, my paycheck going there too. How do I know?
What difference do it make if you got everything you want, what you paying for and what you not paying for? What difference do it make? One, I make more. One, I make more significantly more money than her.
Okay.
But there was a time when she made way more money than me and held it down. But whether who make more money or not, there's one account.
Okay. So it's like, why even worry about it?
Outside of our bit, like she got her own business account, I got my own business account, and then we have one account. By one account, I mean literally one checking account. Well, we have 3 checking accounts, but they're both of ours. Then we both have a business account that's like her business account is separate from my business account, but we got 4
probably for tax purposes.
4 checking accounts. And all those 3 checking accounts, 1 savings. But they're both of ours. So when you ask the question, how does she know? What difference do it make? How does she know? Why is she keeping tally? I'm just curious. Wait, this is the question. So listen. So you answer.
Yeah.
She has everything that she wants. She don't want for anything. She's doing better than the average woman. We're doing better than some, not as good as others. She got everything she wants, starting with love, commitment, and happy and consistency. It's consistent. Her lifestyle is consistent. The pandemic, smandemic, COVID-19, 2025, it doesn't matter. Her life is consistent because she contributed to making sure that we have a strong foundation. So how much money, what difference do it make if you're living the life you want to live?
So speaking of good foundation and all of that, how do you build in your mid-30s to your 40s? Like how would you, what would
building
you?
by yourself or building with a
Building
person?
with a person. Like what does that look like in a 50-50 relationship?
From a woman or point of view or from a man? I go from a woman.
I can go from a woman's.
From a woman's point of view, choose your leader correctly. That whatever man you choose, you have chosen him to be your leader. He ain't supposed to be your follower. So whatever he say, go. You make it work. It don't matter how much money he bringing in right now or not bringing in right now. You saw something in him. And know when you choose a man, you ought to be choosing a leader. You should be choosing him for his leadership ability. You should be choosing him for his aplomness, his astuteness, his temerity, his tenaciousness.
Make sure he's a fruit. And a plum is definitely the one he should be. You know what's interesting about what you're saying?
Let me land real quick. But you should make sure he all these things.
Yeah.
If he's all those things and you trust him and he say, baby, fuck it, we got to jump out this window. Literally.
Yeah.
You supposed to just jump out the window too. And you like, why? Now the building blowed up. I'm on the ground floor. I jumped. Bitch, you dead. You should have just jumped when I said jump. You spent your time asking me why. Yeah, because the building was blowing up. I said jump. You start talking about why and what will hurry up. Do what your man say do because you chose him for a reason. Don't interrupt him and don't measure what's coming in financially or not because why did you choose him? If you don't want him to be your leader, leave.
Facts.
But if he's your leader, you get in alignment. The man is the head, but the woman is the neck. And the neck holds the head up and can turn it in any direction, but never get it twisted. He is the head. Man don't follow woman. And if you any kind of Christian, the Bible, the book, your book tells you it ain't a woman's job to even teach a man.
I'm not trying to.
Your book say that. So in a household, you establish duties, functions, and responsibilities.
You know,
the wiser way to do that is everybody should probably fall into whatever position they're naturally adept at.
Yeah.
From there, you disperse the positions or the roles based on your own needs, your own beliefs, and your own goals.
Yeah. From my perspective, because I'm in my 40s, I'm going to be the happy 44 this year, which is crazy. And I always asked Six that when I was like single, like, how am I, like, y'all, like, it's not fair. Like, I used to kind of nudge him, like, that's not fair. Y'all met at like 19 and 20 and like, y'all were able to actually build together.
Right.
And there's a half of my life I spent building
By yourself.
alone.
Yeah.
Right. Cause I'm 40. So let's say I went to school, whatever. Like we get there, you understand that like, I've been independently building my own wealth or my own lifestyle since I was about 20 years old. So let's say for the last 23, 24 years, I've been building without a man.
Right.
So I would always ask this question, like, how am I supposed to do that at 40?
Yeah.
But I got my answer because I'm with a leader. I'm with someone who's like, this is what you do with your money.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to build this. We're going to buy this. We're going to invest in this. We're going to flip this. Look at this, look into that money, look into that investment, look into this. Like, oh, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what, okay, well, this is what I want to do. Okay, we're going to take that 10 and put that like, oh, okay. You can still build later in life. Like
because all you do you have to choose the right man. Your job, she said all the time, women have one job.
Yes, they do.
That's picking the right man. If you keep choosing the wrong man, that's your fault.
Yeah.
But a leader, when you meet a man, he should already have a purpose and be on the path.
Right.
Yeah.
If he ain't on the path for his own life, what makes you think he gonna create a path for you?
Yeah.
You fall in love with him and his journey, and you become alone with that. Now, I'm not saying you don't have your own journey, but you pick up your journey and you bring it in with him.
Yeah.
Because
do you find that to be hard? Like, do you feel like that's a step you miss when you're dating? Like, how do you feel about, like, do you feel like you've picked leaders?
I feel like the last relationship I was in, I picked a leader. I mean, he was very successful in his own right.
And where did he lead you to? Where are y'all?
I left.
Where did he lead? Why did you leave? Where did he lead you to? How did you feel?
I mean, he led me to a life that I've never had, you know, something different.
So what's the problem?
I felt empty.
Why?
Because, like you said, it's your money, your rules, your this. I don't mind following rules and so on and so forth, but there's a lot of things that I don't really get a say on. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, we're not supposed to question. So
You can question the man. We don't mind that. That's you can question the man. It's how you do it. Timing and tonality is important. My wife can ask me ask me whatever she want, but she know how to ask me. Let me ask you a question. Can you feed a lion?
Better be a gate between y'all.
Yeah.
But there is a right way and a wrong way to feed a lion.
Absolutely.
There's a right way and a wrong way to talk to a man. That's his wife, girlfriend, or his shorty, as they call it.
Not shorty.
Okay, I have a question with this.
There's a right way and a wrong
Hold
way.
on. So you said there's a right and wrong way to talk to a man and so on and so forth. We had this conversation actually.
Yeah.
So why
annoying.
is it that it's always, I feel like it's always like us women that have to tiptoe, or we have to suppress our emotions or check our emotions at the door, and we can't necessarily come guns blazing.
Don't poke the bear.
Why is it always like, do men even think twice when you guys are about to say something to us on how to deliver it?
We should. Sometimes we don't, but it ain't in our nature to do so. A elevated man will be careful with his words. See, words are free. It's how you use them that could cost you.
Right.
So from a man's standpoint, men aren't aggressive with other men because we know it can get violent.
Okay.
So if men don't allow other men to be aggressive towards them, why would a man allow a woman to come aggressive, even if she's in the right? What is he supposed to do when you get into that aggressive, masculine, jungleistic energy? You expect him to retreat, shrink, and become pliable? No, because if he was those things, you wouldn't even been attracted to him. So fuck what I done wrong, or fuck what the issue is now. Look at how you come. That conversation ain't finna happen. Why are you coming at me like this?
What if they're coming at you in a very emotional state?
What does that mean?
You probably
Crying.
You probably don't
If they're
like
coming at you, you're crying or they're crying?
The woman's crying.
Oh.
But what's your question? She's crying and...
No, because you're saying like, oh, if you're coming at me and it's masculine, you know, like aggressive energy. But it's like, what if she's upset, but she's upset?
It don't matter. There's a right way and a wrong way to be upset. There's a right way and a wrong way to feed a lion. You can go in there and feed and pet a lion. You can pet you've been on vacation. You've been around the world. So have I. You can pet lions, rhinoceros. There's a dragon that'll let you ride it if you sit on it the right way. So if you come at a man the right way, your message will be delivered. We just had a podcast meeting, and what did I tell you, Jen? Timing and tonality.
Failed that one.
When you deliver your message, when you deliver your message and the way you deliver your message is important.
I'm working on it though.
But the reason why I failed it was because it was something that was so close. Like listen, y'all know, or y'all are going to get to know, like I am the unbothered queen. Like you really got to shake me up to shake. Like I don't unnerve easily. Like right. I'm very chill. Like you could tell me anything. Like I'm not quick to react at all. So it was something so close to my heart. I was definitely triggered and I did not pause. Like I was just like, why would you say that? Like I immediately went into like defense mode, and I realized that probably wasn't good. But like in that moment, maybe I'm not refined in that way yet. I haven't like graduated to that level yet. I was just like, nah, this ain't right. Like I feel like you did say timing and tonality, and I understand that. But I think in the moment I was like, I'm too emotional about this, and I recognize that. And to like Leah's point is like, I don't know that I can always do that, because it's like I had to suppress, and I get torn between expressing myself and being transparent.
You don't want a man. or you want what come with approaching him the wrong.
With anything good.
You won't. All I'm saying is, if you struggle with that, for the listeners listening and you, either you don't want a man, or you want what comes with not approaching it the right way. If you don't like waking up at 3 a.m, maybe 5, maybe 8, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning to walk your dog so he can relieve himself, then you don't need a dog. Or you're gonna deal with the consequences of not walking the dog and shit being all over your house.
Okay,
because
I
a
get it
dog
now.
is a dog is a dog is a dog.
Yeah.
And they're gonna always be that. But to say if he can only get on the schedule, I trained him to be like this. He's still
And
in
they
his
will,
intrinsic nature. At nature, he's gonna be what he is.
But you know what hit me hard though that you said yesterday? You said never sacrifice your bottom line for your ego.
Yeah, that's real.
She loved
Yeah, no, I really
I
love
see you
that.
wrote that down.
I did.
Because a lot of women like to portray like men are egotistical and we do
And you
everything
guys
off.
are.
But no, women are more egotistical than men. A lot of
I
the
think they're
problems,
delusional. I don't know. about you.
delusional and egotistical.
I like the universe to respond to my delusions.
They do. They respond with more delusion.
They
And that's why you have delusions of grandeur. But I want to say this, because a lot of women, the reason why they despise the 50-50 thing is because they like, I got to go to work too, and then you want me to come home, you want me to cook, you want me to do the dishes, you want me to be feminine, we both working, why I got to do all that?
Hire a cleaning lady.
Let me ask you a question. Well, I still want you to clean. We have a cleaning lady.
I mean,
I
I'm still
still
clean.
want my wife to clean because it's our house, and that's what turns me on about you.
she does it in booty shorts.
She do.
Period.
She do. She do. Because she know men have visual appetites. And if I'm there, she'll throw on a little something while I like to see a woman in her feminine energy. The same way women like to see men in their masculine. You like to see him working out. You like to see him talking
Build
to somebody
something.
crazy. You
Build
like to see him
something.
building something.
Ooh,
Let me
build
ask you a question.
something.
Don't you like to see a man when he building some shit?
Yes.
No shirt on?
Yes.
Don't you like to see him handle a situation go crazy and then he handle it? Don't that turn you on?
Yes.
Oh, babe, protect me.
When the bill come and he pay it without even having to look at it,
I
or y'all
love
go
it.
shopping.
Spoil me.
All right. The same way you like to see a man in his masculine, we like to see in your feminine. Yeah, I can hire a chef. Yeah, I can take you out to eat. But I want your food. I want to see you cook. That turn me on. I want to see you clean the house and make the house pretty for us that I provided. I want to see that. But let me ask you a question, both of y'all. If I told you, if you want to come work for my company, if I told you I got a job for you, but the job is crazy, it pay a lot, $3 million a year.
To do what?
Listen, listen, to protect my business. But I'll give you, this is a real question. I'll give you $10 million to protect my business, but I'm letting you know before I hire you, it get crazy. And if it get crazy, I want you to put your life on the line. It is part of your job to jump in front of a bullet and jump in front of danger. You have to do that. But I'm going to give you $10 million. But it gets crazy. And if it ever get crazy, you have to put your life on the line and you might die.
Am I protecting the president?
It don't matter what you're protecting. You're getting 10 million.
I understand.
Would you?
Oh, it's not 3 anymore.
Yeah, well, I give you 10. But when it get crazy, your life go on the line.
That's fine. Is
For
5
real.
going to go in my account first?
I'm not doing it
Why won't you do it?
because I'm not putting my life on the
But
line.
it's $10 million.
I don't want to die.
So you're not going to put your life on the line for 10. All right, it's 20 million. You wouldn't put your life on the line for $20 million? So you wouldn't put your life on the line for $20 million.
I would.
But there's women that's saying, I work just like you and I do this just like you. Why I gotta cook? Why I gotta clean? Yeah, you might take out the trash and yeah, you might paint the house, but that ain't all the time. Yeah, but every time danger come, I gotta put my life on the line. You just said that you wouldn't even put your life on the line for $10 million. So if you saying I got to cook, I got to clean, and I got to do this and still pay bills, yes, because I got to put my life on the line and it's worth way more than what you're doing. You just said you wouldn't even put your life on the line for $10 million. But when a man hears something downstairs, we have to go. If something break out at any moment while we out with our children and in the social environment, we have to protect you. A man that's putting his life on the line. So as a woman, you don't even want to put your life on the line if the job paid $10 million. So I don't want to hear that you got to go to work just like he do, come home, cook and clean, and do your feminine wifely duties. So what? Because guess what? When his life go on the line, he has to sacrifice. Even if it's only once a year, even if it's only once the whole relationship, him having to jump in front of that bullet. Don't you want a man to take a bullet for you?
I don't mind.
Do you want a man that would take a bullet for you?
No. Absolutely. Don't jump in front of no bullets, stupid.
No, I want somebody to protect me.
We both should get out the way.
And a man...
Why are we standing in front of bullets?
What you say?
I want someone to protect me.
And a man wants someone to love him with softness.
And take care of his
and
home.
I am more than happy to do that.
I think it's very interesting that you made that equation
girl.
Because now at first I was like, well, I could dig at that. We don't have time to. But at first I was like, well, wait, why are we equating? Like, it's so interesting that everything that a woman does is equated to like everything that a man does financially. Like, it's equated to money. And we could dig into that later. I just wanted to say, like, I hear what you're saying, but there's something back there that I might need to process that's like, how is that the same thing?
Because
we don't have time.
I'll tell you, I keep it concise. It's the same thing because my job is to put my life on the line for you.
Says who?
How is says her.
Oh.
She represents a lot of women. I don't know a woman that's like, hey, if a burglar come in here, I want you. So if a burglar come in y'all house and you in the room, you want to go out there and check to see what's going on?
No, thank you.
Paul, who you gonna send? Nobody? Y'all both gonna just hide under the covers?
You better go down there with your
I'm talking to her. Who are you sending if you hear somebody breaking in your house? Are you hiding under the cover together? Are you hearing noise and y'all both just lay still to see if the noise stop? I'm asking you a question specifically. If somebody is breaking in your home,
he's not done talking.
All right. If someone is breaking in your home, who is going in there to see what is going on?
Whoever's the most adept at doing it.
How do you become adept at seeing what's going on if an intruder's in your house? How do you know who's the most adept? Well, let's make it personal. In your relationship, who's the most adept?
He's gonna get up and go. I've already seen him do it. Actually, I was like, oh, not a burglar, but
but you just admitted he's going to get up and go
because he did.
All right, so that's his life on the line.
Yeah.
So why the fuck is
he takes pride in doing that?
Why do you complain about dishes and anything like that as a woman?
Yeah.
If a man got to put his life on the line, but you just asked, how is it the same thing?
Because there's so many things out there that you could compare it to. Why do you choose to compare it to that?
Because all it takes is me putting my life on the line one time and I won't have it.
What does that have to do with the dishes?
I don't want to hear you complaining that you have to work and pay bills just like me and do dishes and you think it's unfair because we both working and you're working, but I'm not doing the dishes. I'm not cleaning. And you're saying, but what you do is not enough. We're both working.
I'm not saying it's not enough.
Women, we're talking in general.
Okay.
We've sat in the same room and heard a woman say, how is that the same?
She said having a baby is the same thing. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is out of all the things that you can pick, because at the end of the day, I do understand what you're saying and I'm not debating that.
So what's the question?
I think what's unsettling for me is that, and Leah kind of touched on this before, it's like the woman kind of has to stuff down aspects of herself a little bit.
It's like you have to babysit.
Like it is hard to do those things. And I'm not saying that what you do is not hard. That could be that's a very circumstantial.
I think that it's
like somebody
hard.
can come in the house and you're not there. And I'm dead. And now I'm dead.
It doesn't matter. In my scenario, someone might not never come. I didn't say they're coming for sure.
Yeah.
I said it could get crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, in my scenario, I said it could get crazy. And you still wouldn't take it.
No.
Because you don't want to put your life on the line, but you expect your man to put his life on the line.
I don't expect him to. If he does it. No, I said if he does it, then he does it. I didn't say I expected him to.
So who do you expect to protect you as a woman?
Whoever's the most adept.
Who's more adept at protecting you as a... human.
I mean, I'm not trying to meander. Like, I do hear
I'm
you.
answer the
Yes,
question.
like,
Who
it
is
makes
more?
sense. A man is more protective because
All
of what
right,
he
then
has.
that is his no. That is
But
his
that-
job.
what does that have to do
Our
with dishes?
job, because doing the dishes is not as hard as dying for someone. My job is to die for you if it need be. And doing the dishes every day of the year is not as hard as having to die for you when it comes down to it. That's why. I don't care that you paying bills too. I don't care that you work too. You still gonna clean and I got my duties. I don't care my duties only come around 3 times a week, twice a month, or 4 times a year.
It's
my
harder.
main duty is to die for you and protect our family.
So it
And
sounds
that's
like
worth more
it
than
sounds
10.
like it comes with the territory. Men and women have roles.
I think that there's
That's what I
something.
said.
I think that it's empowering a little bit as a woman when you can contribute to the household.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. And again, I'm not saying that I shouldn't do that. I think I'm just processing, and I didn't want to necessarily do that because we're out of time. I wanted to process that because I'm hearing you, and trust me, I don't disagree. I just think that there's an element, and maybe it's worth it, is what I'm getting to. Like, it's worth it. Like,
Yeah.
for me, my man doesn't have to convince me to do anything.
Right.
I already want to.
Yeah.
And I think that women should assess within themselves why they don't want to. That's deeper, because why
Yeah.
don't you want to take care of your man? Why don't you want to take care of the house that y'all both have? Why don't you want to contribute if you
Entitlement.
can? So that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to this, wrapping up the 50-50 discussion, I don't
Yeah.
think it's 50-50. I think it's everybody do what they can.
Yeah.
Put into the pot so that whatever y'all want to happen in that household happens.
And I
It
agree.
don't
I always
matter
say just
who's doing it.
Do
I-
what
I-
comes natural.
But it can't just be do what come natural, because if leadership come natural to you, when you meet me, you can't be the leader, even
Right.
though it come natural.
Right.
So there are duties and functions and responsibilities
I'll
that's
naturally submit.
Wait, listen, but there's duties, functions, and responsibility that is intrinsic to each gender. So, but what Jen said is right. Me in our household, and again, we doing better than most and not as good as some. But there's one pot, because we have one mission, we have one goal. It's just the bills. It's just the bills. It's just the investment
Right.
account.
It's not mine,
It's just
yours,
the
it's
it's the
that-
Yeah.
because your bills still affect me. We're one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two became one.
Yeah.
And y'all, the quicker y'all can become one, the more likely y'all will be successful and live a above average lifestyle.
Yeah.
When two become one. But again, and to wrap it up,
Yeah.
a lot of women don't want to make a vital contribution to their own relationship. They're not looking for a partner. They're looking for a parent. Again, if you want a man that's going to provide for you, put a roof over your head, take care of your daily needs, support you financially, all your endeavors, mistakes, and failures, while loving you unconditionally,
and stay
that is
faithful.
a father.
That is a I was just about
So
to
you
say.
want a father. The same way y'all accuse men of wanting a mother, you really want a father. So men, stop participating in these relationships that I like to call liability love. They don't bring nothing to the table. You taking care of them financially, you providing for them, but they still giving you attitude. She's not soft spoken with you. She's not nurturing. She's not even anticipating what you might need and doing it before you ask. You're going out of your way, going above and beyond, doing everything you're supposed to do, and she's dead weight. That's liability love. Listen, King, stop participating in liability love. What I want you to do is find a woman you don't have to take care of, then take care of her.
So our poll for this episode: do women want fathers as a mate? Sorry, I'm gonna say that one more time. I don't know why. So our poll for this episode: do women want fathers as a mate? Which is why they want providers. They don't want to do 50-50. And are men looking for mothers? Drop it down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Take the poll. We out of here.
Like, subscribe, share, repost,
All that good
comment.
stuff.
Thank you.
Peace.
And as always,
Bye.
it's a dummy free zone. So don't be on our page saying no stupid shit.
Boy, I sure hope the dummies aren't listening.